You're watching Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu Chi USA's 30th anniversary special edition. My name's Dilbar Shatterson, and I'm your host. Today we'll take you to the Lone Star State down south, a place that's vast and diverse, but also prone to disasters of all kinds. In 2005, when Hurricane Katrina made landfall on the continental U.S., many families from Louisiana moved out to neighboring states like Texas. Trying to offer them relief, Tzu Chi Dallas volunteers at the time were prevented from entering the relief facility to offer aid simply because at the time, Tzu Chi USA was an unknown actor in the local disaster relief arena. 1 week later, they were granted clearance and began administering necessary relief to those who were displaced and left with little to nothing. Soon enough, though, the state's emergency services took notice of how respectfully and graciously Tzu Chi volunteers served those who sought their help. Then, Tzu Chi Dallas volunteers were invited to join its state emergency rescue platform, and now, when disaster strikes, members of Tzu Chi's central region in Dallas, Texas, are actively called upon and participate in disaster relief and preparedness meetings. What's more, Tzu Chi now receives detailed information on disaster-related issues and events. However, of even greater significance was Tzu Chi's introduction of emergency cash cards post-Hurricane Katrina relief. In the past, emergency financial aid came in the form of checks and supermarket gift cards. Now, our cash cards make it easy for any recipient to spend the money toward their most pressing needs. Take a look at how relief has transformed processes and people for the better. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina brought floods and despair to cities like New Orleans, spurring evacuations to places like Dallas, Texas.
他们从纽奥良撤退的时候是很辛苦。第一个，前途未明，要送到哪里不知道。沿路上他们从纽奥良到这里开了24到36个钟头。第一次去的时候，进去没有人要理我。我那个记者朋友就说 ，This guy want to donate $2 million. You guys don't want to talk to him. 他们就开始跟我谈，其实我里面没有200万。我只有2本上人的书。
后来呢，就是基神师兄跟叶师兄2个人，他就拿着那一本《坚守佛心》，就在门口，就说上人，你看这么多苦难人需要我们帮助，可是我们就是不得其门而入。
Only with the mayor's permission were relief organizations granted access to the shelter, so Tzu Chi volunteers waited at City Hall for days. Finally, they won entry.
我们什么都没有，就一颗心在那里想要去服务灾民。那没有办法了，说大家想办法去用你的credit卡到沃尔玛去刷 gift 卡。
Dallas 是第一个用这个现值卡。当然，以前的现值卡没有慈济 Foundation， 是我们用 credit 卡去买沃尔玛的现值卡，买100块的、200块的、300块的。
In August 2006, Tzu Chi was invited to join in on meetings with the Texas Office of Emergency Management, giving Tzu Chi first-hand access to disaster-related information. Since then, the Tzu Chi Dallas Regional Office has been active in relief missions of all sizes.
这一次的龙卷风40-50年来第一次到达我们的市区里面。那第一天 damage 完，第二天我们 county 就决定说要设2个 shelter， 各个 agency 这个服务的单位都在一个 under one roof。这些灾民来登记的时候，我们先把毛毯送给他们。登记以后，那我们是想说，请他们到我们会所来。我们以前都是在灾区去发放嘛，那这次就不一样，在我们的地方，我们就在这里好好的跟他们聊互动在急难救助方面呢，全美各地各个分会都能够加入当地州政府的这个急难救助的列明在上面。一有灾难发生，我们不需要东奔西波啦，那配合这些单位做些什么，那也要让他们做些什么。这个就是当初上人说的诚与情，互相的这种信任。
The disasters bring destruction. They also bring opportunities. The city of Rockport, Texas is a coastal town that's home to a beach of the same name. After a hurricane, this time known as Harvey, struck in 2017, more than 95% of homes received damage. Within a very brief period of time, it became a Category 5 hurricane. But with Rockport's unique location, residents found themselves cut off from access to neighboring towns. Floods and winds that measured upwards of 130 miles per hour caused catastrophic destruction to a once tranquil tourist destination. But Tzu Chi Southern's core program hopes to help the community return to normalcy. Known as the Community Outreach Recovery Education Program, CORE is a long-term recovery plan aimed at ensuring sustainability for Hurricane Harvey impacted residents. It began in February this year, and we are eager to see its rollout. One of the events hosted, as you'll see, is a back-to-school distribution that in part focused on disaster preparedness ahead of the hurricane season. In attendance were families who were severely affected during Harvey. You'll meet a couple humbled by the challenges they went through, yet better prepared to handle whatever comes their way.
Today we are in Rockport, Texas, here to visit the families that we have helped through our partnership with the Children's Coalition.
The Children's Coalition of Aransas County was born of Hurricane Harvey. But what we're about is improving and supporting and providing quality services for children and families and supporting them through strategic partnerships with other organizations.
Grandmother now. So can you find out? And if for some reason I'm not able to contact a family, may I give it to another family?
I think being able to work with local organizations, it helps Tzu Chi Foundation reach the people that are really in need. So today's a meet and greet, and then also to provide them with a school supply debit card. And then we moved on to talk about preparing for disasters, and so that's when we got into a group discussion of what some of these families have gone through and what they could be better prepared for.
You can write down your emergency contacts and make sure your children are aware of who they are and who they can go to, who they can trust.
You talk about making a list. It's like write it down on paper because you may not be able to access your information on your cell phone.
I don't think we really expected to come back to our house being destroyed. Just have a plan. Obviously,
after when you get back.
Yeah, what you're gonna do after.
Maybe you have a plan, like we have relatives out of town, plan that they'll go stay with them while we come back, so it's not.
We were not prepared. We were not expecting to come home to what we did. We knew it was going to be bad, but we thought we'd be okay. That you could see the roof was destroyed. This is inside the kitchen where all the ceiling fell through, and so we just have insulation all over the floor. This is another picture of our kitchen with the gashes in the roof.
At the time, I remember there were no hotel rooms, no schools, no government offices, so they could hardly function.
I will say Harvey was the worst by 100-fold because we were cut off from the rest of the world. All of the other hurricanes I've been in, we could drive 5 miles and we could find something that was available for us. We could find assistance, we could find some gas, we could find some water. You're completely cut off and isolated in Rockport.
It's a really humbling feeling to have to go stand in line for food. We didn't have it, we didn't have anything. We had to live in a shed where there was no toilet and there was no kitchen. It was really stressful. It was a stressful time for us.
The heart, but it doesn't really work that much. Broke it.
Are we over it? We're not over it. I think the guesstimate is that it's going to be another year or two before Rockport is really completely back to whatever new normal looks like.
Long-term recovery is important because, people may be back on their feet, or we're slowly getting back on our feet, but still we got pushed so far behind, so far back, because it's like we had to start over.
Do you like it?
Yes, they're having fun.
It seemed like it made people feel like people care about us. So the people that were here were like, you know what, I want to help too. So it brought everybody together.
One of the neat things that Harvey brought, I think every cloud has a silver lining, every disaster has some good. And one of the neat things that Harvey did for our community is it broke down walls. It broke down barriers.
Like they talked about a lot about love, being kind to people.
They have a huge heart.
Yeah, and we go to church and that's what our pastor preaches, just love somebody. And then it's not really about the financial, it's about, what, they care and they want to come help us.
Caleb's reflections on interfaith cooperation call to mind this Jinx aphorism from Dharma Master Zheng Yen: melt away all barriers and obstacles with love. With love in our heart, there is nothing we cannot overcome. We're honored to carry the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood across individuals and families of all faith traditions and creeds. Yet there are so many more roads that cross Harvey-riddled Texas that were once in need of bridging. Tzu Chi volunteers have paved their way to other hurricane-affected areas, including Port Arthur. This time, we'll show you how immigrant populations can be particularly vulnerable after disasters, especially when language and cultural barriers prevent them from getting access to the help and information they need. And you'll meet a few people willing to form that community connection, brick by brick.
Ở Việt Nam thì ở nhỏ sống với lại bà nội với cô. Đi phụ cũng đi học mà cũng vừa đi phụ bán nữa. Em đi năm em 19 tuổi là năm 1979. Đi qua đảo vượt biên qua đảo Indonesia. Ở đó 10 tháng rưỡi. Yeah. Rồi xong rồi em mới được qua Mỹ. Làm tôm này thì bắt đầu từ năm 2009. Yeah, but before I work, hồi đó em làm 6 ngày một tuần lận. Em chỉ để nghỉ được có ngày thứ hai thôi. Mà tại vì sau cái vụ bão này á, là người ta đi hết rồi. Thành ra không có mất mối hết trơn rồi. Giờ chỉ bán có tuần lễ 3 ngày thôi.
Port Arthur, Texas received billions of gallons of water. Everybody was impacted in some way. I was also impacted by Hurricane Harvey. We had to gut our house and move out, and there were multiple people who decided that they would do for me what I couldn't do for myself. I'm a project organizer with Gulf Coast Leadership Council in the Tri-County. I personally think it's important to help others because I didn't get to this place where I am in my life on my own. Right now, we're trying to reach some of the hard-to-reach populations or community members. Some of those individuals are individuals who do not speak English.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. As always, it's always nice to see you. Right now, as a result of Harvey, individuals are experiencing hardships. A lot of folk would think that the need has passed on also, and the need hasn't. So if you all could help us in the city of Port Arthur by informing us of programs and opportunities that would be available for our citizenry. You know, as I said, the call I got from a lady yesterday, you know, I mean, folk are still calling anything that's going to enhance the quality of life in Port Arthur. I'm all for it.
Okay, well, fantastic.
The Tzu Chi Foundation partnered with Gulf Coast Leadership Council. They partnered with Buman Buddhist Temple in Port Arthur. We decided to do an event specifically for people within the Vietnamese community to make sure that while we still have funding in Jefferson County for the homeowner assistance program or even the reimbursement program, and trying to make sure that we can translate those items into their language or have a translator available to help them walk through the process.
Since I worked as a member of that Compassionate Service Society we call CSS, and after we had some activities together, then they introduced me to Tzu Chi. Then that's how I knew about it, and I started joining some of the activities on a temporary basis since I still work. I haven't retired yet, believe it or not. I remember I took a picture of her when I was in Port Arthur last time, so I remember her face, you know, and I sent her her picture too. So I talked to her. We were very comfortable.
Dạ, hello chị.
Hello cô Liên ơi, nhóm đã tới rồi, đậu trước nhà cô đó. Cô sẵn sàng chưa? Rồi, cảm ơn cô nha. Okay. Yeah, she's coming to open the door for us. Ngồi phía sau xe đi chị.
Em đi hồi đó mới thì đi vòng vòng, nhà nào cũng gõ cửa hết trơn á. Dạ, nhà nào cũng gõ cửa, có khi thấy người ta mở cửa cà ra thì mình chạy vô mình hỏi, khi không thấy thì kêu bằng gan lắm thì chạy vô gõ cửa. Dạ, bịch có 20, lấy 2 bịch. Rồi, ok, chơi liền. Vậy con đi tiếp nha. Dạ, thank you. Hi, you home? Hello, it's Lee. Same lady. I don't know. You want me to into your way? Almost. But I have a phone, that's okay for you. Okay, thank you. Chứ em đâu có biết nói gì nhiều đâu. Ví dụ gặp người ta khỏe không, bữa nay trời nắng quá ha, nóng quá ha, hôm qua mưa, thí dụ vậy thôi chứ em đâu có biết nói gì nhiều. Thành ra ai hỏi em chỉ hỏi có biết bao nhiêu, muốn bao nhiêu phao tôm, tôm lớn, tôm nhỏ, có gì vậy. Có khi đi bị kỳ thị nữa. Giống như em vô bán ở chỗ cái khu đó, cái em hỏi vợ ổng nói chứ ô để chút xíu chồng tao về mua. Thì em cũng 4 giờ mấy rồi em đi vòng vòng em chờ ổng về, xong em gõ cửa em hỏi ổng nói mày đi ra chỗ khác, mày đừng đi con đường này nữa. Làm em buồn lắm. Hả? Dạ người Mỹ á chị, Mỹ trắng á. Ổng nói chứ mày đừng có lại đây nữa nha, mày đừng có bán tôm đây, mày không có cho mày đi con đường này nữa. Em buồn quá, em nói chứ không lẽ con đường này của ổng sao?
Certainly I am more related to Lian because we speak the same language. She does try very hard, as you can see, but I can make myself clearer in Vietnamese with her, and so I understand her much better.
Bữa nay là có gió chút đỡ nóng, mà bữa nóng đổ mồ hôi luôn. Yeah, he don't pay me now.
No, he said tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Rồi xong rồi gì?
那越南人有很多呢，在英文的方面呢会有问题，所以他们呢那个申请了一次没有被核准以后就中断了，没有继续再申请。那我们到那边去呢，发觉这种情况以后呢，我们继续的帮他们报税，帮他们继续申请，或者是以前申请的，从去年10月份开始，我们就开始筹备。怎么样来做中长期的关怀
Since I speak Vietnamese and English, so I try to help them in the role as a translator to help them get involved in those activities and connected with Tzu Chi Help.
My hopes for the future is that we would come together, we've prepared and put processes in place that when that hurricane or disaster does hit, we know what our next steps are, not just response, but for long-term recovery.
The way I see about the assistance that Tzu Chi Foundation is extending to people, it has an impact on me. I learn a lot from those things. Inside, deep down inside, most people, they have a big heart. Sometimes you don't see them express or they don't have a chance to do so. And I saw that in the face of the volunteers who helped me. So in that case, I'm so grateful. I call my friends who came to help me during the time that I had a hard time, angels. And I do say, angel comes to my help, to my rescue. So it's important to be of help to other people. That's so simple.
Simply put, the diversity of our volunteers makes the humanitarian work Tzu Chi USA does more effective and more expansive. As we strive to meet the needs of all people who suffer, tomorrow we'll take you to Wharton, Texas, and New Bern, North Carolina. Each were hit by Hurricanes Harvey and Florence respectively, yet you'll see how their resilient residents found some light in Tzu Chi. Thanks for watching Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu Chi USA's 30th Anniversary Special Edition. I'm Dilbar Shatterson. Till tomorrow.